Hello, race fans. Welcome back to Freaky Fast Broadcasting as we have round number 10 of the Underdog Racing Truck Series here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Tell you what, this old, tough track is going to be one thing to watch for us guys. It's going to be so fun to see how it all plays out. We want to give a special shout out to all the sponsors that make it happen here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting here tonight with the Underdog Racing League as ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving physical mass instead of only air, the Gamer 2 provides instant, accurate, powerful base response, and it's all perfectly synced with every game with no additional software required. So make sure you go to buttkicker.com and check out what they have in store for you there. You can use Freaky Fast 20. And remember, that's Freaky with two E's to get 20% off at buttkicker.com. And you can go feel what you have been missing and see what they have in store for you there. And you can let them know Freaky Fast sent you. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in here for round number 10. As I said, here at the Milwaukee Mile, the oldest operating racetrack in the world. So it's pretty cool here to have some history where these drivers are driving on to tonight. At the moment, it looks like we are nearing the end of our practice session here at the Milwaukee Mile with about 2 minutes and 22 seconds left here at the Milwaukee Mile. As Jason Fensler right now sitting on top of the board with a 29.65. And coming into tonight, he is our Truck Series points leader also. So he's had a great season up to this date. And he's continuing on here in practice to look strong once again through the first 9 races. He's looking at a total of 3 wins, 8 top 5s, and 8 top 10s to go with that. So that 5 truck been fast each and every week. Second place in points is going to be Ian Baker. He's 44 points back. He's got 2 wins to his name here tonight, and he's third on the board at the moment. Sean Hustuller's sitting in that 5th position on our practice times now. He comes into the 3rd position here tonight in points. Fourth is going to be James Loveland, as he's 69 points back. He's 2nd on the board at the moment. And rounding out your top 5 in points is Trevor Earhart. He is 4th on the board. So our top 5 points guys all making up the top 5 practice times. So that right there is pretty impressive to see, looking at the past results here throughout the season. So going to be fun to watch all night here up in top the booth. I'm Zach Hollup here, calling all the action here live on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And we will have Lee Tidwell up here later tonight. He is running a little late to Milwaukee here tonight, but he will be here shortly. But till then, we got the producer, the man who runs the cameras himself, Robert Moore Jr. up in the booth tonight. How you doing, Robert? He's gotta fix something real quick. I think he's gotta be able to unmute himself. As he works on that, these guys are going to continue on here. We got about 30 seconds left here in this practice session before we get into our 5-minute qualifier. 2 laps these drivers have to put down their best times here tonight for a 100-lap event with the stage at lap 30 here for these drivers. So it's going to be a fun race to watch all night. Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the Underdog Racing League, everybody.
All right, now I'm live. All right, now everybody can hear me. Yeah, I forgot to change something since I got to do a little bit of calling until we get Lee Tidwell up in the booth here tonight, like you said. But all right, man, the Milwaukee Mile, like you said, Zach, the oldest track in NASCAR history here, and this track is fun to race, but it also can be very dominant. Like, I mean, it's a tough track. I raced this a couple times, and I know me personally, I was not thrilled racing it because it doesn't like me.
It's a very tough racetrack, Robert. It's just a place where it's very different than any place we go, as these drivers are entering qualifying right now. It's one of the toughest tracks. And, as you said, the oldest NASCAR track. It's actually the oldest operational track in the world, Speedway.
Oh,
So this is interesting. I mean, they held a race at one point from 1903 here to 2015, all the way, one race every year. The only years they did not was due to World War II. because during World War II,
Right.
all of our resources were there, so nobody was racing. But yeah, like I said, from 1903 to 2015, there was at least one race held here every year. So this place has been around forever. It used to be a dirt track. And then and I think it used to be a horse track even before that. So it was a horse track, then they made it a dirt track, and then they paved it. So it's really cool to see the evolution of how it came out here, and I think it sets up for a really historical and very tough and challenging racetrack too, because it's got that asphalt strip on the bottom there, but it's so bumpy and so line sensitive. As right now, you got Mike Aiello Jr. there putting the first time on top of the board there with a 30-66 as Matt Job comes in with a 29-80 stick split himself on top of the board with Justice Thorne popping in there in the second position as times start to fly in here in qualifying for the Underdog Racing League.
I'm reading Brandon Cauley out there on Facebook.
Yeah, traffic is a pain for a race out there tonight. Trying to tell you to head out early and skip the subway, but he won't take your advice. Man, I told you.
Well,
he should have skipped the subway, but the subway's good. I like the subway.
I gotta back up Lee on this, and Brandon, you should know this. Lee won't go to a Subway. That won't happen. If you tell Lee to go to a burger place, that will happen.
Really? Is he not a sub fan?
He doesn't. No, he don't eat any vegetables or lettuce, tomato, and all that stuff. What's on Lee? He just wants meat.
He's just a carnivore.
More or less. More or less.
Interesting fellow.
Okay. Yeah, I hear it all the time.
Kind of explains more, maybe, actually, a little bit about him. So.
Mountain Dew and meat. That's all he does.
I got the Mountain Dew and meat sweats. Oh, man. What a great guy. And Brandon Colley out there picking him. I guess since he knew the subway thing, I guess. So I never knew that about Lee. He does not like vegetables and green stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Lettuce. I guess he's not a big fan of lettuce, so.
Yeah.
We'll get him on, Robert. We'll get him on.
I was going to say, when he comes on tonight, we'll ask him and see, maybe he does like lettuce, but I'm telling you, I don't think he does meat. I mean, he does hamburgers, bacon, chicken, things that are not healthy.
Hey, I'm a fan of those things too, but you got to have them definitely in modesty. If you get too much of that, you're not going to fit in the race truck, unfortunately. So,
well, as these guys are on qualifying, though, I know we're in chat here right now, but Brandon says that he likes the sweet onion chicken. I'm a cold cut combo guy. So.
Oh, okay.
What are you, Zach? You gotta be something. Chicken nuggets.
Oh, chicken nuggets are really good, especially spicy nuggets. If you haven't had spicy nuggets from McDonald's, I'm not like a huge fast food fan or nothing.
No,
but
I don't eat McDonald's.
Spicy nuggets are good, actually.
No,
they're really good.
No,
really
okay. All right, so we're in an argument up here, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you hit that like and follow and share button and say these guys are just whatever. Get back to the race.
Let us know what you like out there. As we still have about a little less than a minute here left, as Jason Finsler has put himself on top of the board with Nate Morrison at 22, putting himself second, and I believe Nate was our winner last week here at the Underdog Racing League. So he really put on one heck of a performance last week, and right now looking pretty strong after his great finish at Las Vegas last week. Yeah, Las Vegas last week. I was on point there, Robert. I remembered. But yeah,
yes.
So yeah, Nate Morris bringing home that victory last week there. Jason Fields was able to come with that second place finish. Tell you who had a really good finish too was the 33 of Justice Stoner. Right now he's sitting 10th on the board as final 5 seconds of qualifying. Everybody's put down a time, so it's pretty much official from here now. So we might as well go ahead and pull up our starting grid here and let you guys know where these drivers are going to be starting here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile for the Underdog Racing League for round number 10 here tonight on Freaky Fast Broadcast. And here it is, our starting lineup. Points leader himself, Jason Fields, starting from that pole position. Second's going to go to last week's winner, Nate Morris. Third is going to be James leveling in at 56%. Fourth is Trevor Earhart. Fifth is going to be Dylan Walterman. Sixth is Matt Job. Seventh, Ian Baker. Eighth is going to go to Justice Mercy. Ninth, Nick Alves. 10th is Justin Stunner. 11th, David Buell. 12th is Parker Johnston. 13th, Sean Hustutler. 14th, Kevin Orlando Jr. 15th, Dennis Steele. 16th, Christopher Heights. 17th is Peyton Presley. 18th, Scott Kerberg. 19th, Mike Aiello Jr. 20th, Brett Somers. And 21st is John Magner in the 15 machines. That rounds out our field here tonight for the Underdog Racing League Truck Series here as they take on the Milwaukee Mile, Robert. I'm pretty sure Milwaukee. Is it Milwaukee and Wisconsin? Oh, God. We don't need to do geography again, but pretty sure
I
Milwaukee.
do believe so, and I'm just taking a look at here, out right there in the center there. Take a spin, no helmet required. Oh boy, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, it is in Wisconsin, and it's actually owned by Wisconsin. The state owns it. They have the state fair there, so it is a state-owned property, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, so here in Wisconsin, you got the Cheeseheads here down in Milwaukee, and they're ready to watch some good old Truck Series racing, and hope their Packers can do better next year. Oh, sorry, I had to burn them.
Wow, you brought up the Packers.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
I just had to get the Packers fans out there, who wanted the Super Bowl. But, unfortunate circumstances happen. We'll move on to the Underdog race here. I believe, yes, the pace truck Willie. He turned off there very late, Robert, and we're about to get this thing cranked up here and go green flag racing for the Underdog Racing League as they take the green flag. Jason Benz are going to head down to turn one. Here's James Loveland looking to the inside of last week's winner, Nate Morris. Doesn't look like that's going to work as Morris is going to cover that off as they race side by side for the third position there off of turn two. Looks like that's Dylan Walterman there in that 46 machine. He's got to the inside of Trevor Earhart there in that 25 machine. You're going to see Ian Baker in the 88 also trying to work his way up. Look at Matt Joe back here in the 89 in the sixth position. He's battling here with the 33 of Justin Stunner, who led the most laps last week at Las Vegas. So we'll see if he can have another good run here. Here's the 18 of Justice Murphy as we pan through his field. Look at the battles ensuing as they get single filed out.
Yeah, they're looking very good out here right now. Start of the race, 2 laps into it. It looks like everybody, and that's what there's one thing I do love about Milwaukee Mile, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is a wide track. So, you got room to work these trucks. High, medium, low, very high, all the way down to the yellow line down there, going through the turns. So they got plenty of room there, Zach, to work.
Oh, they definitely do. This track is very wide. It's also very abrasive and very bumpy. And you're alluding to that yellow line. That yellow line is a gigantic curb. So you get on top of that curb too much, you can sometimes use it to help you turn. A lot of people will try to put that left front tire on there and help that truck rotate off the exit here, especially turn 2, where you ride on that curb a little bit. But I tell you, if you get too much of that curb, you're going to be looking at the inside wall pretty quickly as that truck's going to be coming around here. As we look at James Loveland, try to take a look at Nate Morris here for that second position. He's going to get up to the inside here as they race off the exit of turn 4. Looks like Loveland's going to have the better run here as he clears the 22 and heads down to turn 1. He's going to try to run that 5 down as that 5 of Jason Fillender has stretched his legs already here in the opening 5 laps.
Yes, he has, Zach. And the one thing I've been watching Jason, though, Loveland, in practice, he put it up on top of the practice board, first place, and he seemed very fast on a long run. So I would not be surprised to see him catch up to Jason here, probably within the next 10 laps, maybe 15 laps or so. I wouldn't be surprised we have a battle.
Yeah, that time by there, actually, Loveland a little bit quicker than our leader of Finzer. So I'll see if that is a battle we'll have to watch now. I believe these two drivers battled at the IRP, which is Indianapolis Raceway Park, which, it's a shorter track, but very wide and bumpy and kind of weird track. So I kind of could compare these as their flatter racetracks. So I think running there good at IRP is a good way to look here for Milwaukee. Is the battle now for third is Walchman, who is our Bristol winner, trying to put himself in position to get past Nate Morris here in this 22s. He's got Ian Baker all over backing him in that 88 as the front two definitely starting to stretch their legs a little bit here.
Yeah, they're stretching it out over Morris there in the 22, and it looks like he is that 22 is struggling a little bit, Zach. He has fallen back. He's got Baker all over him, looking to try to catch up to him here, going through 1 and 2. But it looks like that 22 has got. Looks like he's tight exiting. You watch him coming out of the turns there, and yeah, it definitely. As you got Baker now, going to take it down to turn 3 here, Zach, as he looks inside.
Yeah, definitely not getting the greatest front turn, I think, out of that 22. And looking at his practice times, he picked up a lot of time through qualifying. So maybe he, found something there in qualifying, but he's still got to figure something out here in the race trim here situation. Is that's going to let the 88 get by. Next in line will be Trevor Earhart, as Walchman had a big miscue and he slipped past all 3 of those drivers. So Walchman in 46 is going to try to work his way back up. But Trevor Earhart the first in line to get past Nate Morris. As Morris definitely going backwards here after his win in Las Vegas. I'm telling you what, it might just be, this track is tough, and you can definitely, just get out of rhythm here. I feel like it's one of those rhythm tracks, and you could definitely be suffering right now just being out of rhythm. And we'll have to see if he can get some long-run pace, but at the moment, definitely struggling.
Yeah, this pack right here is about 4 seconds behind the leader already of Jason Fengler there, but this track here, turn 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, Zach, is a very wide sweeping turn. So if you're in that 22 and you're struggling exiting, how would you combat that? How would you fix that with that turn being so wide and you're in the turn for so long? Where do you go? People say, back the turn up. Well, where would you back it up at? In the middle?
Right.
3/4? A quarter? You know what I mean? Because it's such a long sweeping turn.
Yeah, it's a really long sweeping corner, and just from past experience to this racetrack, what I see Morris is doing wrong is he's trying to arc it too much. He needs to get to the bottom and commit to the bottom earlier. If you miss the bottom here when you're on that turn in, as you can see in front of Baker, just lower on the racetrack. Yeah, we're right on board here with the 22. You'll see here as they go down to 3, Baker's going to get lower as that truck up ahead of him is Baker there in that red blue truck. He's going to get to the bottom pretty quickly. He's like already on the yellow line, or on the yellow curb, as Morris is kind of straddling that seam and then turning down late here. And what I'm seeing there is just carrying maybe a little too much speed or trying to arc it so much to carry speed. But in my opinion, you need to get down low, roll that bottom, and then turn through the center. And the best way to get that turn, maybe move that brake bias back a little bit, back up that center, or it's just certain ways of driving the truck. Even throttle response is going to help a lot of turn, and when you're tight. I mean, if you're running partial throttle, the truck's going to keep pushing. If you lift, that's going to transfer the weight to the front of them wheels. It's going to help you turn. So if you can do quick little lifts to get that nose rotated, then you can definitely use that to your advantage. But I think he's definitely struggling with front end here, as the 25 starting to put pressure on him here as Trevor Earhart closes it.
All right. Good insight there. I did notice, too, that 22 is shifting. Could that be something that maybe keep it in 4th gear? Because you're trying to pull too many RPMs exiting, which then will make you slide the front tires if you're not arcing it right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to list a few of these other drivers. I know last time we were here at the Milwaukee Mile and covered a race, you were shifting. Yeah, most drivers are definitely shifting right now. And that's just due to the gearing that we have to run this track. It's got such a long straightaways, but it's so flat and old that you slow down so much in the middle corners. You actually got to downshift to get that lower, that gear there. So it's definitely interesting. That'll help definitely loosen you up a little bit, as the engine braking is going to be a little stronger in 3rd gear, and you're going to have a little bit more torque in response with that throttle in 3rd gear.
All right, as we ride along with the 25 here from the good old state of Oklahoma right now, and he's looking very, I think Morris got into the wall there, Zach, but the 25 is looking very smooth right now.
He definitely is. He's like I say, he's getting to the bottom, and that's a key here. Is getting to the bottom, in my opinion, here at the Milwaukee Mile, and making it work. And just Morris is just a little bit high here, as you can see, going down into the corner. You're gonna see, look how much lower at 25 is. He could possibly stick a nose here off the exit. Looks like he'll get that good enough run to get right up to the back bumper. We'll see if he can make something happen going down in the 3 here as he looks to the inside, downshifts, gets to the inside. There he goes. This should be past done here as they come off a 4. We'll see what type of run he can get on that bottom lane as they race side by side off down the straightaway. See if he can clear him down to 1. This is a good race so far. And yeah, Moore's just going to let him go here on lap 18. As remember, we got a stage at lap 30.
All right. Stage at lap 30 here, and right now we have Jason right here in number 5. He has checked out from the field, almost 4 seconds ahead of Loveland right now. And I noticed too with this league and these drivers and here at Underdog Racing League, these guys don't battle too hard for the first until they get to the first stage. Like they don't worry about, Jason being 10 seconds ahead. They just do their thing. They get their bonus. They get their points at the stage. Then things heat up after that. Then people start showing their cards. So it might look boring right now, and everybody's spread out back here, through the field. But other than that, you haven't seen nothing yet.
No, you definitely haven't. You look at Mike Allen Jr. here in the 74. He is in the 16th position, moved up 3 spots there from 19th, so definitely moved up. And Mike's one of those drivers that seems to always find speed as the race goes on. We'll have to see if he can continue his march up, as he's got John Magner directly behind him, who started in that 21st position. He's starting to put a little pressure actually on Mike here for that position for 16th. So definitely a little bit more of a struggle, I think, for the 74 here today than he would like. But yeah, back to what you were saying, Robert. I think it's just smart. And personally, back to Jason Fensler, he is flying. I mean, he's literally 2/10 faster than anybody on the racetrack almost every lap. He's just being really, really smooth. A lot of these guys are sailing off into the corner and downshifting, and the car looks like it's wiggling a lot. And he is sailing off into the corner, and it's barely even wiggling.
Got a battle going back here in 18th, 19th, and the 20th position right now between that number 1, 14, and the 21. They're all over each other. Well, they were all over each other. It looks like they settled that down real fast.
Yeah, they did. They settled that down pretty quickly there for themselves. You can see Walshman here, the 46. He's going up high. Job's going to go underneath him, as he's going to try to bring Kevin Orlando Jr. with him, also, who's up now. That'll move him up to the 10th position from 14th, so 4 positions up for Kevin Orlando Jr.
Long Island, New York, home state of New York, and Kevin Jr. there. Like I said, up 4 positions, and we also got the 24 of Nick. Let's not forget about him and his awesome paint scheme. I just love that paint scheme. I see it every week. It's just really cool paint scheme, but he's let's see where he's at. He's actually up 1 position right now. So he started 9th, up to 8th position right now. From Bedford, I guess that would be Maine, MA.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right.
Yes,
He's a
sir,
youngin'. He's your age.
Yes, he is. And we always say, like you said before, it's paint scheme. Really cool paint scheme.
Yeah, that is.
But I always notice him, and he's just that. If I look at a 24 and it's got that blue teal almost color, like lighter teal color, then I know it's Nick.
Yeah, it's got a nice paint scheme. All right, well, we are 5 laps away from the first stage here on lap 30 as Fingeler there. He's man, he checked out. He's about 6 seconds now out, Zach. I mean, he is just, man, if this is going to be the pace that he has on the second half of tonight's race, guys better pick up the pace or figure something out there.
Yeah, that was he's just lighting the board up with times right now too. 31:16. He was a 31:0 last time by, and second place is a 31:42 for Ian Baker. I mean, they're 3 to 4 tenths slower than this man. definitely figured out this racetrack
Jason to
here
the
tonight,
hauler.
the Milwaukee Mile. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have to call that 5 through the hauler. That thing is bad fast.
Maybe too fast.
Yeah.
Well, we got the 94 of here, Professor, that Lee Tidwell likes to call him. He's out here up 7 positions, Zach, in 6th position, and looking pretty good right now, doing his thing again, top, trying to battle. He's got to get past Morse, though, but to get that top 5 streak going again. I do believe that he lost it, or is that streak still going?
Oh, that's a good question. Here, let me look at that for us real quick. He did finish top 5 last week.
I do believe his streak is going.
For that Auto Club, he finished 7th, so no.
Oh, his streak died. Come on, Professor.
As right now, he's got 7 top 5s through the first 9 races, and that's the closest person to Jason Finsler, our points leader, with 9 starts and 8 top 5s. So, really, Sean just has to break into that win column. As he's had some spectacular stats so far this season.
That's interesting stats here. 10 races in, that's a pretty interesting stat, considering, you know, with our points leader Jason, you know, of course, having better stats by winning a little bit more. But I would have thought that Ian Baker would have been up there pretty good in stats too. But
yeah, so right now it goes Baker, Huffstutler, and Finsler all with 8 top 10s, so they're all matched on top 10s. Okay. But when it comes to top 5s, Finsler's got 8 to Huffstutler 7, then Baker has 5. But Baker also has 2 wins to his name. Same with James Loveland. He's got 5 top 5s and 2 wins also.
Interesting stats there from Zach Attack, Zach Hall, Zach something.
I know Zach something. I tell you one driver too right now, 12th in points, who is Nate Morris, who's in that 5th position at the moment, qualifying second. He's only has 6 starts, and he's got 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s. So he's had a great season, other than missing 3 races up to this point. So this will be his 7th start tonight, and he's in the 12th position at points, only 174 back. For missing 3 races, that's pretty impressive. I'm gonna say his Finsler starting to go through traffic, and I think we should have our stage caution here at any moment. As he's already crossed the line, it'll be up to when the 10th car crosses the line. Let's say the 10th car will cross the line now, and that's going to be Kevin Orlando Jr. I believe the caution should be waving here at any moment. And there it is, caution is track. And Jason Finsler, Ian Baker, James Loveland, Trevor Earhart, Nate Morris, Sean Huffstutler, Justin Stoner, Nick Alves, Matt Joe, and Kevin Orlando Jr. are your stage points winners here, as Finsler's going to win the stage overall. And see what happens here after this stage, man.
This is what I was waiting for. Like I said, everybody checks out Zach. It looked boring. A lot of people probably think it's boring, and that's understandable. But I think it's going to heat up. I really do. I think some people are going to bring the cards out here now. 4 fresh tires, 2 cans of Sunoco fuel at the Milwaukee Mile, with no fans in the stands, as we're all under quarantine right now. So, unfortunately,
iRacing follows protocols.
That's right. So no one can yell at Freaky Fast saying, "Hey, where's the mask?"
There's nobody here.
We do got people down pit road here. We got people, crew people. Come on, man.
That's true. There is people,
but they're not wearing their mask.
Yeah. Well, they get tested. Okay.
Well, good, because I was going to tell you, I told you to send out the Google Notes that we don't have. Hint. Anyways, how's everybody doing out there? Chat's quiet. Let's get the chat going. Somebody please talk to us. Somebody, except for Brandon.
Except for Brandon, he doesn't count. He's not a chatter.
Yeah. We need to bring him for pit reporter. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but he could be the pit reporter on nights that he's not in the booth.
Pit reporter from chat. He'll tell if you got questions about how the car drives, or ask Brandon. He will let you know. As I tell you what, it's going to be interesting now with 70 laps. I don't believe they'll be able to make it on fuel, but it'll be close. to be able to do a full fuel run here to the end of this race. I actually, you know what? With the caution laps we have right here, I bet we can make it to the end.
So you make it on fuel. Question is can they make it with their tires? I mean, how's the tires going to act after 70 laps? Or close to 70 laps?
Well, at the end of that run right there, Fensler, who was just, lightning fast there, looks like his fall off was about 1.2 seconds. Amount of fall off. So tires still seem pretty good. I start to get worried about tires when you start hitting that 2.5 second fall off range. That's when you know the tires are really starting to degrade pretty bad. But this stage caution, you can use this stage caution as a gauge. Go out there, run a certain pace, and see how your tires look, and then you can say, well, I can actually go a little harder, or do I need to back it up? It's a big help with that stage there,
Right.
For that initial, especially to go green. If it's caution field, you don't really learn nothing
Right.
through the first stage. These guys learned a lot, and I think that's why you see it always pick up here later into the races with these stages.
Right. Well, and like you said, too, that's 30 laps. So you learn everything, but you got to remember, they got to go another 30 laps on top of that. So you basically look at what you have, and you times that by 2. And then you try to figure out, okay, this is where my tires should be if I drive this way.
Well, looks like we're going to go green this time here after our finish of stage number 1 here tonight for the Underdog Racing League Truck Series from the Milwaukee Mile, Robert. It's been a good race so far. Let's see if anybody can give that 5 a run for his money, as he was really, really quick there. But like we said, it usually picks up after these stages here at the Underdog Racing League. So everybody out there, let us know how you're doing, first of all, but who you rooting for and who you got in this final stage of this race here. As race trucks off, and we're going green as Jason Finsler's took off and headed down to turn 1 here as Ian Baker clears Loveland as we ride on that front bumper.
Right through turn 1 and 2, getting ready to head down the backstretch, and this is where if the guys are going to do anything, they got to catch him now. And look at that, man. He is half a second ahead within 1 turn, Zach. 1 turn, he is a half a second ahead of the field already.
He just makes it look easy. Oh, look at that. Huffstetler way up the racetrack. That's going to slide him back a few spots there. She slides back into, I believe.
Oh,
that'll be
have a yellow.
Yeah, we do have the yellow. First real yellow of the night. I think it's Matt Job in the 89.
Yes, it is. All right. We'll go back here on the Freaky Fast replay. And like Lee likes to say, we're going to see some carnage.
Good old carnage. You can see here, going through turn 3 and 4, you got the 7 of Brett Somers up the track here. It's going a little bit of contact as he gets loose off the exit between him and the 89 and Matt Job. Sending Job into this inside wall here hard. And then he's going to collect the pit barrel here also. As we actually talked about this before race. Don't want to hit them barrels of water right there.
No, and not only that, he almost missed that wall, Zach. Like inches away from missing that wall.
Well, they say racing's a game of inches.
Well, he just found out
the hard way.
Yeah.
The way you never want to learn.
No, you do not.
Doesn't look too bad, though, looking at his front end. He's going to come down the pit road, get it worked on, and we'll see how it all shakes out for that 89 Matt Job. As I was a little caught off guard from the caution. That first stage was so docile. I just kept going. Looks like I think the one here gets a wave around for the lucky dog. Yeah, Dennis is going to get back on the lead lap there in that 19th position. So that's going to put Peyton Presley now in that 11 machine, the first truck, 1 lap down, I believe. Is that? He's got a Gorilla Glue car.
Peyton?
Yeah, he's got a Gorilla Glue car.
Oh, yeah, he does. Well, look at that truck. Well, that could be a good thing. Keep the truck together with Gorilla Glue, or
Yeah.
that glue is going to stick you to the wall and you're going to be screwed.
Hope he doesn't have it on that front bumper, or somebody is not getting away from him.
Oh, just like NASCAR used to put that. Well, one time they used to put that sticky stuff on. No, it wasn't sticky stuff. It was what WD-40 and crap to make it smooth so it wouldn't stick.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Because I almost went backwards on that.
They put Gorilla Glue on it.
Yeah, so I stick to your bumper.
Not a good thing, I don't think. You want to have a control of your car at all times, probably.
Oh, boy.
Continue to pace here at the Milwaukee Mile, but I tell you what, it's a cool little track. I wonder how the Wisconsin State Fair is here. I bet it's pretty nice. It's a big area too for a mile racetrack, so
let's go.
Good size. Yeah, we'll go to Wisconsin State Fair next year, everybody. Meet Freaky Fast Broadcasting there. We'll have a booth and a t-shirt cannon, and we'll shoot you with a t-shirt.
Wow. Okay. I guess I'm renting some equipment.
Yeah, Robert doesn't know about this yet, but we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
This is news to him. Hey, look, the seats right there, Robert. They match Freaky Fast.
Yeah, they do. They're blue. That's they're the horse racing seats, so.
Yeah. Yep.
That's for the rich people.
Well, we can sponsor it.
We're the poor people. We sit down at the very, very bottom of the track where you don't see nothing.
Yeah. Get the rubber thrown in your face.
Yeah.
Sand and rocks.
Right. You know what?
Good.
I wouldn't
all the
care.
sights and smells, though.
That's right. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, hey, I'm at a race. Whatever.
Yep, that's right. I can't wait to get back to the race, but that's the beauty of iRacing right here, Robert, is we get to virtually experience his races at tracks we never get a chance to probably go to Milwaukee, you know?
Amen.
So,
yep, make sure you check out iRacing.com, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Could be your dream come true.
Amen on
Never
that.
know.
Alrighty. Well, Pace Truck's going about to dive back in here, Zach. And we are going to get the famous words, freaky crazy, freaky nuts, and freaky green.
See these guys get freaky wild out here as they head down to turn one. Jason Finsler Baker did clear, but from there on back, multiple drivers going side by side, trying to use that asphalt to their advantage here as it stacks up from that fifth position on back.
Nate Morris was in a little traffic jam there going through 1 and 2. It's all going to settle itself back out again, but man, oh man, he had trucks in front of him, beside him, and back of him.
That is a scary feeling.
Yeah.
You feel like you're stuck.
Especially when you don't know where to go and you're stuck. Yeah, I mean, it's not a fun feeling. You know,
you're kind of at the mercy of the trucks around you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what's nice about iRacing is that, you know, your default view hopping in any vehicle is cockpit. You cannot ride on the roof. You can't pick what view you want to ride. You got to get inside the cockpit and learn it and learn your distance and, you know, things like that. So I give bravos to iRacing for saying, look, guys, this is realistic. So.
Oh, it definitely is. That cockpit view is about as realistic as you're going to get, especially you got VR. I know a few of my buddies got VR, and that is it's pretty mind-blowing to watch them drive around and live stream it to you and watch them look around the racetrack. Be able to really judge distance by that VR system. So look at this here, good racing. Nate Morse is going to get the pass down on Orlando Jr. Here comes Stunner up the inside in that 33. He wants to get himself up in position here, possibly in the 7th spot.
Looking very strong. Still battling it, though. And I think he's finally going to coming out of 1 and 2. And looks like yes, he does. Clears him going into 3 to move himself up to 7th position.
Well, that's a good run started there, getting those passes done. That's the key. This track's actually a pretty difficult track, probably in my opinion, to pass. You know, it's hard to get a stick under somebody and be able to roll that bottom, but they worked it well. The 33 goes past that 27 of Kevin Orlando Jr. puts himself in the 7th position. Remember, last week, like I said, he led the most laps, so it's trending forward here for that 33 of Justin Stunnar as the season continues on.
true, and that's true, Brandon, too. Back in the day, that's the way I used to race, on the hood, where I could see everything in front of me, and I only seen the hood. And then I came over to iRacing, and they threw me inside the cockpit, and I was lost. But I got used to it. Now I can't imagine not doing it. You know, you get used to it. So.
Nope, that's definitely it gets more and more comfortable every time you put laps in. That's the beauty of iRacing. You know, you can get better and better each time you step in there, and you get more comfortable just like you would in a real race car.
That's very true. As we're back here, look at this battle we got going on right now with John. Back here, 14th, 15th, and 16th position. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go check out pitstoppicks.com. Oh,
very
man.
cool. I checked it out. It's very cool.
I've been checking it out. I check it out every week.
Now, have you been following their DraftKings lineup stuff?
No, I have not.
Very cool stuff they have there. So make sure everybody goes checks that out. It's definitely interesting stuff as a person who plays a lot of fantasy NASCAR and is willing to put a few dollars on it. It's very useful. They got some great knowledge there.
Well, now you're gonna make me want to go play it.
It is fun. It is very, very fun. But I tell you, it can be frustrating too when NASCAR throws a caution for no rain. But we'll change the subject.
Yeah, let's change the subject to that. I was out $25. So
as here about we're gonna be coming to halfway here next time by for Jason Vince or lap 50. So halfway through this race, a lot of guys looking pretty strong here on the second stage now. See how it's interesting playing out, but. Now, Robert, I want to ask you a question now. If you had to say what year was this track, or what year was the track built at, pretty much?
Well, you said at the beginning of the broadcast since 1903.
Yes, it's held a race since 1903, but I'll give you a hint. It's before that. So what was
when it was built? It was built before 1903.
Yes.
Oh man. 1896.
1880 was the date.
Wow.
That the grounds here was opened and they started
For
working
what?
on the grounds.
Okay. And what was the first thing that they had here back in 1880?
So it seems like in 1891 there was I'm actually in 1880 it looks like it was a farm.
Oh.
Actually a horse farm. And a track used for training and racing thoroughbreds. So it looked like it was a training track for horses back in the early 1880s. And in 1891, it was purchased by the Agricultural Society of the state of Wisconsin to create a permanent site for the state fair in 1891. And then the first auto race was staged there on site September 11th of 1903. And William Jones of Chicago, driving a 30-horsepower Columbia, won a 5-mile contest. Because of that, the Milwaukee Mile proudly claims its heritage as the oldest operating major speedway in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, and it says horses and cars shared the track until the mile oval was paved for the first time since in 1954. So up to 1954, it was used by cars and horses to race on. So that is really cool.
That's amazing facts. Fact check.
Yeah. Fact checking.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, that did not even come out the way I wanted it to come out. But that's interesting facts there, though, Zach. Now, I would have loved to see this place on dirt. Can you imagine dirt cars going around this thing?
A mile track.
Wow. No way.
Yeah, and I think that's why it was in the 50s because we didn't have as fast cars as and who is that actually?
Oh, it was 18. Mike was involved.
Oh no,
that was Justin Murphy
there. Yeah, Justice Murphy there.
Yeah.
Oh no, bring out the third caution of the evening there. We saw that one live, Robert. You were spot on there.
Yeah. Oh well. Thanks. Been working on my replays.
Replays before the replays.
Right. As we'll go back and watch this replay.
That was a battle there for the 10th position at the time.
You see right here. Oh, he just got in way too deep.
Yeah, 52 got in there way too deep.
Oh,
Oh, the 7 of Brett Somers there taking a heavy lick also.
I was not triggered that, but Mike was involved. Brett, yeah, he was involved. Oh man. It was like a pinball machine.
Wild stuff. Now the decision is, do you pit here? I think you have to.
Well, how many
Most
sets of tires do
don't
they
know.
have?
They have 4 in the pit, or actually, hold on, is that 4? Oh, it's 4 sets in the race. So this right here will be their second set or third set used. So they'll have 1 set left after this.
Yeah, I guess the strategy call would be
think,
to make
yeah.
a pit. Yeah.
I think it's best to do that because it could go green. I mean, we've seen how far it went in the stage 1 with no issues, and it was going green there for a while. So it could go all the way to the end from here. So I definitely wouldn't want to be on older tires here. As it looks like Finzer will win the race again, with Ian Baker coming out second, James Loveland third, Trevor Earhart fourth, and Nate Morris in the 5th position here. Past halfway, it's been interesting so far. Nobody's been able to really challenge Finzler yet, but I tell you what, circumstances like we've seen throughout the season, Finzler's been one of the fastest trucks each and every week, but it seems like time and time again something gets him caught up in it, and he could possibly, you never know, be in trouble here in the 5 very quickly if something happens.
Well, now that you talked about it, now he's got the freaky fast curse.
Hey, he's going so fast, I think he can bust through any curse like the Kool-Aid Man. So,
Well, it's not 15 to go either when we have the Zach yellow.
hey, that with him, bro. That curse in a long time.
Yeah,
okay.
well, we're gonna have a T-shirt. We have new merch coming, ladies and gentlemen, from a different site.
Zach Attack Yellow.
Yep. There's gonna be new merch coming from a different site. It's in the working progress, so eventually we'll get it down on the link in the descriptions below. Right now, is our old merch, but hey, you're more than willing to go support Freaky Fast there if you want a T-shirt, a hoodie, socks. We do not sell underwear. Sorry, but
Not yet.
Well, true.
He said no.
Well, I don't know. No, I don't think I'd want my my brandy logo on people's underwear. I kind of don't like that idea.
Oh man.
Maybe just for myself, I could find a place and order it myself, but not put it public. Oh, Zach, what are we gonna do with you? As it looks like Lee got lost in traffic. I don't think Lee's gonna make it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to make it here to Milwaukee. I think he had a run in at the subway there with
He does no McDonald's. Oh, wait till he hears you calling Subway. He's gonna be so mad.
That's what I'm saying.
Prepare to tune in Sunday night with the Adrenaline iRacing League because you're going to hear Zach and Lee go at it about Subway.
Wow, okay, this is interesting too.
We got facts here all night with this. I hope everybody's enjoying the race. Commentating here with Robert A. Moyer and Zach Hall out there in the interwebs.
Oh, Brandon was 1884 out there in chat. Ooh, he was close.
Yeah, I seen that.
Very close there. It looks like it's close to being this pace truck pulling off here, Robert.
Pace truck is ducking in, and green flag is out, and Jason gets out. Good jump. I don't know, Big. He stayed right with him that time, though, Zach. But nope, he's going to clear him on the inside going into turn 1. We do got a battle going back here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th position here right now, as they're going to dice it and slice it and try to figure out. Oh, and we got the 25 into the outside wall.
Ooh, a little contact there, like you said. But going to keep it going there as Baker trying to give Finzer everything he can, but he got a little loose on that first initial exit there off 4 and lost a little bit of ground as the single files out really for the top 10 here.
And it looks like in that 25-33 of Jason Z, he's going to try to pounce all over that 25. I don't know if that damage eventually is going to hurt Trevor there or not. Trevor, you say it right. Earhart.
Oh, Brandon updated us on the Lee issue here. Okay, so he said they tried to sell him a sandwich, and it was required to have lettuce and tomato here, and Lee wasn't having it, and he threw it down and left. So, unfortunate.
Text
for Lee. Yeah, I know, right? Gosh, Lee.
Oh, man. You know, the fun thing about this is that, ladies and gentlemen, Lee won't go back and watch this broadcast.
Yeah, so this will be
so,
all inside jokes for ourselves.
yeah, until we tell him about it, and he'd be like, I'm going back and watch it.
Right, yeah.
But Jason just put down the fastest lap of the race here so far tonight, Zach, with a 29.72 his last time by.
Wow.
Wow is right. He is just on rails. That truck is just... It's just, he's, like you said, he's not messing up. It's steady. I mean, he's just hitting his markings just every lap. I mean, I guess this would be a rhythm track, too, I guess, if you would want to consider it. You know, once you get into that rhythm, you're looking pretty good.
I completely agree. Rhythm track all day long here at the Milwaukee Mountain. Really like looking at it. When he qualified a 10th faster in qualifying. And then that 72 right there, that's faster than anybody else ran in qualifying. So that would have been his second place qualifying time. So the 5's got everything there, long run, short run, all of its speed. This 5 truck, he's putting on a clinic here at the Milwaukee Mile, and that's showing why he's the point leader. And I think, really personally, the man to beat each week in and week out. If you win, you got to beat this 5 truck. And I mean, we've seen him be beat, but it's difficult each week. He gives them a challenge each and every week in this 5 truck.
Yeah, he does. And I'm riding along here on the hood with him, Zach, and he's doing what you said earlier in the broadcast. Get it down by that white line, let it drift up, and then come on out. Now, I noticed one thing, and I'm listening while you were talking there. Right before that truck starts sliding up the track to drift up is when he downshifts. Watch him. Just watch. Yeah, right. I mean, downshifts and lets it slide up, and then he gets back on the gas after it's done sliding. Like, and rhythm, man.
Yeah, rhythm. That's a huge difference from a lot of drivers. I noticed downshifting a lot earlier, and that's going to upset the entry. What he's doing is he's waiting on it, and that's what you want to do. If you wait on it, you catch the wheels at a better speed, and it will not wheel hop.
Let's go back to Baker. I want to see what Baker does here, ladies and gentlemen, because we rode along. He's getting down. See, he downshifted, way sooner than what Jason is.
And personally, I think that's just upsetting the car. He's almost overslowing the entry where Finsler's carrying the momentum till he needs to downshift where he feels like he needs it at the last moment, and he gets into that lower gear to power off the corner. And I really like that. It's smooth, nice and consistent to do. And no real worry about messing it up either. When you do it early, you have to always worry about wheel hopping and spinning that truck out. As we see a lot of guys do that in New Hampshire. Haven't really seen anybody do it here yet with the downshifting, but it's a big possibility where I see a few guys wiggling from that downshift on the tree. As back to these guys battling here, you got the one, I believe that was Dennis still there battling back here. I believe that was with Kevin on I believe that was Dylan Walterman he was battling.
No, the 15 of John.
15. Oh, John Magner. Okay, yeah.
He was. He was actually Dylan there. He did pass Dylan there.
So if the one's going forward, and then still have to get back on the lead lap. So he's continuing to move up there. That's going to be the 14th position there as he makes the pass on John Magner in the 15. But back to the facts I was talking about, Robert, that I had some more. This is actually really interesting, and I did not know this at all. So they had an infield quarter mile dirt infield midget track. So it's just a quarter mile dirt track in the center of the track where the current media center is right now at Milwaukee. And that was actually a location of a football stadium known as the Dairy Bowl. And it hosted the NFL's Green Bay Packers from 1934 to 1951.
Oh, come on. What's the odds that you're just talking about that?
I know, right? And including the NFL championship game in 1939, where it was a 27-0 shutout of the New York Giants from the Green Bay Packers to secure their 5th league title. So that is it's definitely interesting, man. I did not know that at all, that it used to host Green Bay Packer games here at the Milwaukee Mile infield. The more you know. This place is just history. It's a big old. This piece of land has seen a lot of history on it. That's all I know.
Well, it's just making history here tonight with Underdog. So
True.
we got just more history added on to history.
That's why I love iRacing, Robert. It like I tell people, it's almost like it iRacing is almost a way. It's like an ancient library where we can save these racetracks because of the scanning technology that iRacing has, where they can go scan these tracks. And the Milwaukee Mile is not in the greatest state right now. Not a lot of races going on at the track at the moment, just due to the age. And I don't think Wisconsin is at the moment putting the money into it, other than the state fair. So it's unfortunate to see Milwaukee Mile not getting as much notoriety as it used to, but it's saved forever here on iRacing. And I think the more tracks we can do that on iRacing, the better. And that's just the beauty of iRacing. And I just thank iRacing so much, especially like tracks like Wilkesboro. Who thought I would have never thought I'd get to drive on North Wilkesboro? I can tell you that much, or just see what a North Wilkesboro looked like back in the day.
Very true. Very true. Bravos to Dale Jr.'s media and all the people he got together, and the iRacing crew, hiring and getting people and the volunteers that came to clean that track up, to get it laser scanned for us to have, was a huge defeat. That was huge. That was the biggest thing iRacing's had ever done for us in sim racing. Any company.
It really was. Yep.
People don't realize it out there, how much work and effort it took to get that thing laser scanned back to originally the way it was.
And like the way they took photos from, the certain date that they wanted to replicate in the 80s. And that is, it's just detailed down to every little thing. And it's the beauty of it. I mean, it's a good sign for the future of racing that we can preserve tracks like North Wilkesboro for the future.
Yeah, and the future too, and the past. What's nice is what we're talking about here with Underdog Racing League, as we do got Parker Johnson out here trying to battle with Matt there in '89. Is that if you do got iRacing, you can save the replay file, upload it somewhere to a cloud or wherever, because we all have internet space, and you'll always have that in your archives. It'll always be there for you.
That's exactly right. And looks like Brandon Colley, again, our lone man out there in the chat. If anybody's out there, please hit us up. Let us say hi. Give us a like, a follow, a sub, anything like that. If you're enjoying the night, let us know. If you like the broadcast. If you don't, tell us the truth. We take constructive criticism here. We're big boys up in the booth. We can take criticism, but Brandon says apparently Joe Logano is doing something at North Wilkesboro, and he says iRacing's interest may have actually stoked the revival of the track. And that's the thing. Like, it definitely could have. I mean, we could see North Wilkesboro come back just because of iRacing, almost.
Very true. Very true. As it looks like Matt finally did get by that 48 of Parker there, Zach. He had to battle him for about 3-4 laps, but he finally got him.
Yeah, he did. He worked him over, and he finally got that position to put himself up into 11th now. And he's got a good ways to catch Boyle, as you see up ahead of him, but he can still do it with 22 laps to go here, as the field's definitely starting to spread out a little bit here as the run continues on.
And Jason has pulled out to about a 3-second lead over that 88 of Baker there, and I don't think, and he's dropping about a 10th per lap, so yeah, he needs to either find something or pray for another yellow to maybe find something, but I think this is Jason's race to lose.
Oh, it's for sure Jason's race to lose. I mean, this I don't think I've seen domination like this in a while. He is just flat out, it's just smooth domination too. Some guys you see dominate, but they're on edge, and it's like, ooh, at any moment he can make a mistake. I just don't see Jason making a mistake here with 20 to go, because of just how smooth it looks out front from him. I mean, right now, turning laps again, a 10th and a half quicker than anybody on the racetrack. So it's just impressive to see from that man in the 5. And right now he's got his 2 toughest competitors right now in 2nd and 3rd too, and putting it to these guys of Ian Baker and James Loveland. These are the two other drivers with multiple wins this season. And right now they're sitting second and third, about 3 seconds back and 5 seconds back. So it's definitely a tough race here right now, but they're keeping Jason close enough in points that he's not getting too far away here before these guys get rolling later in the season.
Well, let's go back here to the Professor in the 94, up 6 positions now. Up here running in 7th position there, Zach. He needs 2 more positions to try to get himself in a top 5 to help that top 5 record. And it looks like don't look like he's going to be able to do it with the laps counting down and as far back that he is. I think something's going to have to happen. I think basically where we see the running order is where the running order is going to finish, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty well spread out.
Unless we get a caution, the biggest battle we're going to see probably is Stunnard and Alves. They're pretty close behind here, Sean, and also Orlando Jr. and Earhart are pretty close also. So there's 2 possible battles here for that 5th and 6th position and that 8th and 9th position right now as we're continuing. I think actually, never mind. I was going to say 2 of these drivers are battling, but I think that battle was a lap ago.
Well, what you're just saying there, 5th and 6th position, if these 2 guys can get to battle each other, that might help the Professor, catch up, because it slows them down. Because when you start battling trucks or other trucks, it does slow you down. You don't go faster because you're more worrying about kind of running into that person. So you play causage. Yeah, that didn't come out right. I need to go to bed.
He's getting tired, everybody. 16 to go here at the Milwaukee Mile here tonight. And now 15 to go as Finsler has crossed the line. And he's up to a 3.5 second lead. Yeah, right now Finsler's just saying, let's just get these 15 laps done and I'll get my trophy and I'll head on to next week here because, I would feel great after a race like this in his position.
We got to give that... running in 20th position here, that number 21. Multiple laps down, but you know what? He hasn't given up. Nope. Keep on plugging at it. And that's the only way you get better. You get better at something is by running laps. You can't run 5 laps and not get it and park it. It doesn't work that way. I know from experience.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Gotta put the time in if you want to do good. And quitting the race is not going to help you none, And if you're out there putting in laps and you figure it out, next time you come back to Milwaukee, or you can carry that momentum to the next track. Say, I figured a little something out here. And I think that's a pretty big factor for these races. But 13 to go now. And I tell you what, next week, they think it's tough this week, Robert. Wait till next week.
Yeah, Knoxville, as it's going to be me and Lee Tidwell, as Zach's going to be taking a vacation day that he has earned to get ready for Road to Pro, ladies and gentlemen, as him and his teammate Brian Johnson is going to be running Road to Pro. So Freaky Fast wants to wish them the best of luck next week and hopefully carry their momentum through the season to have good finishes. And good luck, man. Just good luck. But you earned it. You've not missed a broadcast in over a year and a half of every broadcast that you're scheduled to do here at Freaky Fast. So I think you deserve it.
Hey, I try to be here when I can. That's what they say. Glad to be a part of it right now. It's going to be 11 to go, but yeah, it's going to be a interesting week next week. Not having one here Wednesday, but I'll be thinking of everybody here at the Underdog Racing League, and I'll be back next Wednesday to let everybody know how my week went. So hopefully it goes good on our side of things. It's going good on the league side of things here, but hoping all my stuff plays out right as we're putting a lot of time into this upcoming season.
That is correct. Well, real quick, I just want to say, too, if anybody's looking for a truck league, make sure you check these guys out on iRacing if you have iRacing, or if you're interested in iRacing. But go check them out on iRacing League's portal page at Underdog Racing League, and that one of the administrators would be more than happy to talk to you, get you signed up, and get you out in a track to battle with these guys here the rest of their season. So make sure you check these guys out. And they do got a Facebook, Underdog Racing League. They do got a Facebook, which I feel bad because I didn't realize they did it, and I didn't like it until tonight. So I'm sorry, League. I didn't realize it. Thought I did. My bad.
Sometimes it's easy to mistake stuff, Robert. I'm sure the Underdog Racing League guys will understand, as they're a bunch of great group of guys here. And like I said, a great group of racers. So make sure you get out here on racetrack with them if you want to come out here and enjoy some iRacing.com Truck Series racing here on a Wednesday night. These guys are a great group of guys to race. Come out here and challenge Jason Finsler, Ian Baker, James Lovell, Nate Morse, all these guys. It's always a pleasure to be up here in the booth. And like I said, I'm going to miss next week on Wednesday, but just got some stuff to do. But it's always a pleasure to be up here. So we would love to get some more trucks out here to be able to go to battle.
Now, on the side note here, Zach, I am really shocked with Mike Jr. here. He's back in 15th position. He has not moved up, 4 positions. So, yeah, this ain't Mike. Normally we see Mike coming from the back to the front. And tonight, I know he got caught up in one of them yellows with a little bit of right front damage, but just looks like that 74 is struggling tonight.
Yeah, it definitely does, Robert. Just looking at it right now, he's got Dennis Steele right behind him, but the next truck, as you'll see him come to the picture just in that split second here in the cameras, that's the leader. That just shows how tough a night it's been for Mike Ella Jr. He's usually one of our front contenders here, but having to fight hard here tonight. This is a weird, awkward track, too, so some guys it just doesn't fit, and just hadn't fitted him here so far.
Yeah, it sounds like the truck, yeah, he's way off the, look at that. Yeah, he has to wait on that truck so long, Zach. I mean, he was off the gas until basically he got to the back stretch coming out of 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's just fighting that front end. I think even they might go a lap down here as Finsler's just closing it so fast. I mean, these guys are running 32.2s. The Finsler's 31.31. I mean, he's almost a second faster per lap. I mean, he's 0.3 up to 0.4 faster than everybody else. And I tell you what, there's a battle for second possibly here with 5 to go, as Baker has got caught by Lovell in here.
Well, if I know if I was Jason, I would 6-second lead. I would let them guys stay on the lead lap and just ride it. But that's me. But yeah, here we go, Zach, going down into 3 and 4. We do got a battle.
So we do is the second position as we come into 4 to go this time. Loveland's going to make the beautiful pass there to move himself up into second here tonight and move himself in position there. So great run there for Loveland as he is now up to second with 4 to go here at the Milwaukee Mile, passing Ian Baker.
Well, it was a battle for second. But anyway, so we'll go to the next. We'll find the next one here. I don't even know where to go. We do got back here a 7th, 8th. Yeah. Yeah, 7th, 8th, somewhere around there. They are on top of each other a little bit there.
Yeah, you got 8th and 9th there. Matt, Justin Stoner, and Nick Alves not far behind each other, but with 3 to go. Alves is going to have to close in pretty quickly here to get a chance. We're looking at Orlando Jr. He's in 6th at the moment with Earhart up front of him. Morris in 4th. Baker 3rd. Loveland 2nd. And Finsler in that first position as he's rounding through turn 4 at the moment. That's crazy. I mean, you're looking at the guy right now in 3rd spot. The leader's crossing the start finish line. He's entering 3 as we got 2 to go now. It just shows how Finsler is just, he's been a bottle rocket tonight with this truck.
3rd place just crossed the start finish line. 1st place just went out of turn 2 as 3rd place was going across the finish line. So that's how far.
Yes, it is. As Finsler will round out a turn 4 this time here. And he'll see your second favorite flag you could possibly see as leader. And that's the white flag here as he heads off into 1 and 2 here for the final time tonight, getting past John Magner there for the 14th position there. It's going to put the 14 truck lap down there. 13 trucks on the lead lap as Finsler down the back straightaway for the last time tonight. Heads to turn 3 and 4. And he will complete one final lap here at the Milwaukee Mile and get his 4th win of the season here at round number 10 of the Milwaukee Mile for Jason Fensler for the Underdog Racing League Truck Series. Congrats to him. What a race.
What a race. Very dominant race he had out there. Congratulations to all drivers, keeping it clean, green. Very good racing from everybody. But congratulations to the top three, as we're going to wait for Jason to bring it around and see if he gives us his famous burnout. We need to get that guy a sponsor. He's got a Toyota,
right?
and it's just a red truck. Ask him. Ask him. Freaky Fast will throw logos on that thing.
Hey, hit him up, Jason. I think if I was him, Robert, I wouldn't want to change nothing on that truck.
Why?
That truck is fast, man. If you add some stickers to it, you never know. It might slow it down.
Oh, now you're saying our stickers weigh everybody down. I see how it is, man. You're just rude.
But they don't weigh my trucks down, but that's because they're Chevrolets. But they're already too heavy.
All right. Well, as they take pictures and waiting for everything to clear up here as they're taking the trucks down pit road, it looks like he is. All right. We need to talk to this guy. He needs to learn how to do burnouts. He don't do burnouts. Oh man! Oh
Not
man!
a fan of burnouts.
Apparently not. But all right. Well, we'll be right back as we get ready to have our post-race interviews here with Underdog Racing League. So stick around. We'll be back within 3 minutes.
All right, we're back here, everybody, as we have our top three finishers here tonight for our first race interviews here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting and the Underdog Racing League here at the Milwaukee Mile. First up's going to be Ian Baker in this number 88. Let's hear what his thoughts are on finishing in that third position here tonight. Hey, Ian, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
Hey, Ian, another great run for yourself tonight, buddy. Starting at 7th position, able to bring home third, running second for most of the night here. How did the Milwaukee Mile treat you?
I don't like this track, but it was okay. I mean, nobody was catching Fensler. He was just way out in front the entire race. I mean, he led every single lap. I mean, but it was fast. It was fun.
Yeah, definitely a tough racetrack out there. That's the next question I was gonna go for you there is seems like you were pretty decent second place truck here tonight. Like you said, no, not many trucks able to catch that 5 tonight. But you looked pretty well off in second. Do you feel like you might have gave it a little too much trying to keep up with that 5 that last run there after that pit stop, and that possibly played into why James Lovell was able to catch you and pass you?
Yeah, I tried to stay with the Fensler for 20 laps or so, and then I tried to sit back and save a little bit just so I didn't get passed. But I think I went a little bit too late. I should have started at about lap 15. I would have been fine, but that's how it is sometimes.
That's right. It is how it is sometimes, buddy, man. Well, I'll tell you what, another great win here tonight, or win. Wow. A great third place finish here tonight for yourself in that 88. You've racking up your top 5s throughout this season and top 10. So it's been a great season so far for yourself. Anybody want to send a shout out to before we let you go, man?
shout out to you guys for a great broadcast, and shout out to Justin and all our admin for putting this league together.
Awesome stuff, Ian, man. You have a great night, and we'll catch you next week.
Uh,
All right, that was Ian Baker, your second place finisher here tonight in that, or third place finisher here tonight in that 88. I'm all over the place there, buddy. We'll go on the second now. James Lovell in this 56, see what his thoughts are on second here tonight. Hey, James, it's Zach up in the booth. You got a copy, man.
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, James, well, man, a great run for yourself tonight. Started in that third position, able to get that second position in the closing laps there of the race. How did the Milwaukee Mile treat yourself?
Pretty good. I felt like we had a fast car. I was struggling a little on the long runs in the beginning, but I kind of figured out a better way to manage my tires and got a little better and managed to get a second out of it.
Yeah, great pass there at the end on Baker in that 88 to get yourself, like you said, in second on that longer run there. It seemed like that 5 was just so dominant all night tonight. You guys could keep up, there for a little bit, but he just seemed to have short, long, mid-run pace everything here tonight in Milwaukee. You really had it figured out. Where do you feel like you guys were lacking probably to that 5 here tonight?
Honestly, I have no idea. I was trying different things during the race to see if I could keep up with him or even be faster than him, but he was just in another world. But I was hoping for a caution, like less than 10 to go. I felt like Ian and I at least had competitive cars to go up and try to go for a win at the short runs, but I don't know.
Yeah, definitely interesting race here at Milwaukee. But I tell you what, man, great finish again for yourself. Another great points run. Another good top 3 finish for yourself in your truck here tonight in that 56, man. So congrats on that. Anybody want to send a shout out to you before we let you go and get prepared for next week in Knoxville?
Yeah, shout out to you guys first. Great broadcasting. Always love watching them every week to see how I perform. And shout out to Justin and Underdog Racing League. Enjoy running in this league. It's fun racing and look forward to it next week.
Awesome stuff, James. Well, man, you have a great night, and we will catch you next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that was James Loveland in the 56 here tonight, bringing home that second position. Now we're going to move on to our race winner, 4th race win of the season for him in that 5 machine here at the Milwaukee Mile here for the Underdog Race League for 10 races. He's been very dominant and a dominant night, I must say, tonight, leading every single lap here. Let's see what the 5 of Jason Finsler has to say. Hey, Jason, second in the booth, you got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, Jason, man, what a dominant race tonight for yourself in that 5, leading every single lap en route to victory. How did you make the Milwaukee Mile look so easy tonight in that 5 truck, man?
Man, we had really good speed in the truck. Place is flat, so you really got to take care of the right front tire. So being out front like that enabled us to kind of control the race and run when we needed to and just take care of the right front tire as much as we could.
Yeah, definitely a dominant performance for yourself tonight, man. We were watching you just so smooth throughout all tonight here, with the downshift, doing a little bit different than everybody else, waiting that later bit to downshift and get that truck turned and really using, like I said, you had the short run, the medium run, the long run speed. You had every bit of speed. So it was fun to watch you pull that off there tonight and lead every lap. But now we head to, this is a tricky track, but we head to somewhere completely different and a dirt track at Knoxville. Now, how well off are you on dirt? And, what do you feel like for Knoxville's coming up?
Well, I'll put my prediction in. I won't be talking to you after the race. I'm not a big dirt guy, but we'll do some practicing. We'll try and do the best we can and see if we can come out of there with a decent result.
Oh, man, I tell you what, it'll be interesting to see what you can do next week at the Knoxville and at that dirt track. It's going to be fun to watch. Now, I know I got Robert up here in the booth for this, and he actually wanted to ask you a question about your race, too.
Absolutely.
All right, Jason, I got 2 questions to ask you. First question is what would it take to get some sponsors on that truck?
Man, it just takes somebody to lend a hand and put some sponsors on it. That's for sure. I'd love to do it.
I got some free stickers.
Well, we'll throw it on there. Sounds good to me.
All right. Hey, that'd be nice. You okay with blue?
Yeah, we can make it work.
I was say because you're all red, so I wasn't sure if red's your favorite color or not. But cool. Well, I'll hit you up here on Discord. My second question is, what's up with the burnouts?
I'm an old school guy.
Oh, okay. So
Old
from
school, old school. They didn't do burnouts.
okay, well, I was like, because every race that you win, you stop and then you just disappear. And I'm like, does the guy know how to do a burnout, or is there a reason behind it? But there's a reason behind it, and I do much appreciate you letting us know that. So in the future, I know to freeze the screen so everybody can see you in victory lane when you do win.
I'll tell you what, Robert. If I'm lucky enough to win another one, I'll do a burnout just for you guys.
Oh, and I'll make sure I take a screenshot. Because that might be the last one, right?
That's it. That's it. You never know, right?
Yeah, right. Well, hey, man, congratulations. Like Zach said, man, you dominated tonight's race. It was fun watching you. That thing was on a rail, like literally on a rail. You upshifted, downshifted, got back on the gas, off the gas, every single lap at the exact same spot. I mean, heck, I couldn't even do that.
Yeah, I just found that if you can be consistent, and that's what's hard, you got the speed in the truck, but you got to take care of it. But if you can be consistent, you'll be able to run that throughout the race and not have to adjust your speed. So as long as it took care of the right front tire, I was okay with it.
Cool deal. All right, well, before we let you go, does anybody want to give a shout out for this victory here and to go celebrate it and get ready for some dirt racing at Knoxville, which I've never seen a truck on before?
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to the dirt one, but just you guys do a great job. A lot of hard work from you guys, and we appreciate it. Everybody in the league appreciates it. My family that's probably watching, they tune in every week. So just got to thank everybody for a good, clean race.
All right. Okay, well, I'll send her on back to Zach here as I get ready to get the final results up here. But again, congratulations here from Freaky Fast, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
You have a great night, Jason.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, that was Jason Finsler, your race winner here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. As like Robert said, we're going to go ahead and pull up our race results here tonight to show you where your favorite drivers finished at the Milwaukee Mile for the Underdog Racing League. Jason Finsler bringing home the victory tonight as our points leader. Second's going to go to James Loveland. Third is going to be Ian Baker in that 88. Fourth's going to go to Nate Morris. Fifth is Trevor Earhart. Sixth position, Kevin Orlando Jr. Seventh's going to go to Sean Hufsteller. Eighth is Justin Stenard. Ninth, Nick Alves. 10th, Matt Job. 11th's going to be the 46 of Dylan Walterman. 12th, David Boel. 13th on the last car on the lead lap is Parker Johnston. 14th is going to go to John Magner. 15th, Mike Ayala Jr. 16th, Dennis Steele. 17th, Scott Kerberg. 18th, Brett Somers. 19th, Peyton Presley. 20th, Christopher Heights. And rounding out your field in the 21st position is Justice Murphy in the 18, as that is your race results here tonight for the Underdog Racing League. Tell you what, Robert, it was fun to watch, and definitely learned something watching Jason Finsler. He was putting on a clinic here tonight, but I tell you what, these guys are going to be ready to roar back at him at Knoxville. I'm sure if you guys will hear that interview where he says he doesn't expect to be up here, but I wouldn't put it past Jason to put in the practice time and figure that dirt stuff out. You never know with these guys who drive asphalt good. They sometimes can translate that to dirt pretty quickly. So it'll be interesting for you guys up in the booth next week.
Oh, most definitely. So, yes, thank you, everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube. What a great race by everybody out here at Underdog Racing League. Make sure you check them out on Facebook and iRacing at Underdog Racing League if you are interested in racing in this league. Also, man, I can't wait till next week to see these guys. I just, I never seen a truck race at Knoxville. I don't know who's a dirt guy, who's even going to come out and shine. We might see somebody dominate. We might see carnage. We might see, God, man, just tune in next week at 8:30 when we go live with Lee Tidwell and Robert Moyer here in the booth. But again, thank you everybody out there on YouTube and Facebook for tuning in. We are finally hit 1,800 followers on Facebook. Our goal is to get to 2,000 here very shortly. So if you haven't followed us on Facebook, make sure you do by hitting that bell button. That will automatically give us a like and a follow on Facebook, and you'll not miss any of the action here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Also, if you're on the YouTube side and this is the first time viewing, make sure you subscribe to us, and so you don't miss any of the action over there on 1440p, and hit that like and share it to your favorite platform. But all right, Zach, well, let's pack up our stuff. Let's everybody have a great week, and we will catch everybody Saturday night as we will be with Lee Tidwell, Sam Dyer, Dyer. Dang, I say his last name wrong all the time. Sorry, Sam. But we'll be with them guys Saturday night at 9 o'clock. But all right, until then, God bless everybody. We love you all. Peace out.
Later, everybody.